What's going on, people? Welcome back. OnlyFacts Sports Podcast, episode 50. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We made it to 50. We said we want to get to 100. Like the video, subscribe. We're halfway to 100, or we will be by the time this shoot is finished.
How many... So by this time next year, we'll be in 100 episodes? Yeah. Roughly.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
Trying to be in a bigger apartment.
But then saying that, was it this time last year we started doing the podcast here? Ross! It actually was.
There you go. We made it. Nigga, we made it. But let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We've got some things to talk about. Boxing is always giving us the drama. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
If you men are new here, it's OnlyFacts Sports. This is where, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get the unfiltered truth about what's happening in the world of sports. If you're more interested in football, go check out the other podcast, OnlyFacts Football. We already know what it is. Usyk. Training with AJ. I mean, Usyk's clearly not even taking his fight seriously because this nigga's training other people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the, like, I didn't even know what this was.
I was surprised. I was surprised. For me, it's just dumb, innit? Like, I just found it kind of dumb because it's like, this guy's the top of your division. Do you not have ambition to be the best in the division?
Well, this tells you he doesn't.
Exactly.
And it doesn't make a difference because Usyk's also said his three names. Everyone's taken from the Shakur and Keyshawn Davis playbook because Usyk's listed his three names and AJ wasn't in that list.
Shakur, Keyshawn Davis?
Just like not fighting your brethren. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a question of, you're looking at it from the lens of AJ's not chasing Usyk, but I'm looking at it from the lens of Usyk done already said he's not going to fight AJ again. He said, this is my big brother, all this kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ, we know we ain't looking for. But
what's he helping him for?
I don't know. It looks like a spiritual retreat to me. It does. No banter, because this isn't for boxing. AJ can't do any of the stuff that Usyk does.
That's exactly. Like, if you're going to get someone who's going to stylistically improve you, then you're not going to get someone, because it's too late in the game for you to revamp your whole entire style.
It's a spiritual retreat. No banter. Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you think, like, because he lost his two close friends, he needs to find...
I think so. I think there's something like that, and Usyk's like a spiritual Christian man, an actual Christian man, not like the fake Christians. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a reaching out the hand, extending kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But ain't no boxing, there's no boxing relevance to it. We're never going to see these two in the ring again. I thought it was interesting that, I know that AJ had lost to Dubois, but I thought it was interesting that, like, Usyk still, even though he's beat Fury twice, has still got Fury in his top three.
It's a money fight, isn't it?
Do you not think AJ makes him any money? Because I would have thought he made more money from fighting AJ the first time than fighting Fury.
Well, what it does show me is, if AJ and Fury was to fight, he thinks AJ is going to lose.
Yeah, facts. Or he thinks AJ's the B-side.
Because in my mind, it's like, maybe you're training him for... Like, yeah, it's weird. Maybe it is a spiritual thing. Because is he training him for a specific purpose? I mean, I know AJ was with Usyk in the last camp. But this is not... Usyk is now making a conscious effort to now be in AJ's camp.
But not just that. The last camp where AJ got ironed out.
No, he was in the camp... No, he weren't in that camp. That was
what camp? Oh, Jake Paul. We're talking about Jake Paul. Yeah. Well, I mean, the fight where AJ didn't even need a camp.
So the next fight he's going to be there for his comeback fight, and then if it goes well, he's probably going to be there for the fight against AJ.
I guess that's facts actually, because the talk before he fought Jake Paul was, I'm going to go beat Jake Paul, build my profile, and then fight Fury. So he would have been in the camp with Usyk's team in the Fury build-up. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you not feel like it's a case of Usyk's beating Fury, so let's go and sign the guy who beat Fury?
Yes and no, because it's irrelevant. You can't do what Usyk does.
Yeah, I know.
Especially at this time in your career.
But sometimes it's a very, like, reductionist way to think, innit? Like,
it's a mental thing.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you an example. I remember when Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather beat Ricky Hatton. And Ricky Hatton, for the Pacquiao fight, signed with and trained with Roger and Floyd Senior. And I thought, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it could be something like that. Yeah, I genuinely
they've got the secret.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's one of those type of things. I don't know.
Maybe that's why certain man try to fuck bitches after I fuck them.
Nah, I don't think it's that.
You think it's something different?
That definitely can't be it. That definitely can't be it.
Why not?
Because that wouldn't make sense.
They want to tread where man's treaded before, blood.
No, it's because if anything, fam. Nah, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
I think I know the direction that you were going to go. But yeah, I mean, do you think that this makes us... We already spoke last week about AJ Fury, and we both kind of felt like it's done. Like, the interest in it is severely dwindled.
But I just feel like it's also showing us we're near the end of AJ's career period.
You needed this to show you that. You got ironed out by Dubois.
No.
Where he nearly died.
I mean, him mentally within himself is now seeing like...
But I knew he was at the end anyway. So, do you know what I mean?
You knew he was at the end,
yeah.
But did you know that he knew that he was at the end?
No, but he would have found out. When Wardley ironed him out, he would have found out. Whoever, I'm saying right now, if you put him in with Dubois, it's likely he loses. If you put him in with, like you said, he's not even chasing Usyk. He's not even chasing Wardley. Like, do you know what I mean? If you put him in with any of these guys, he probably gets ironed out. If he didn't know and make the decision for himself, a punch in the face from Fabio Wardley would have let him know.
I found it almost pitiful the way Usyk was treating him, like he's some pitney fan.
That's why I said it looked like a spiritual retreat. It looked like he was, but AJ's regularly looked like this. Do you see AJ? Yeah, I didn't want to talk about Arsenal, bro, but it's almost like Arsenal where. But you see, like when we lose, it looks worse. Some people look bad when they lose. AJ doesn't lose well. There are some people that lose well.
But I mean just in general because of the whole crash. Man, I'm looking at him in pity,
I'm saying this is what happens. AJ looks like this generally.
He's the only 6'7" victim in life. He's just a victim.
I know several 6'7" victims. Do you know what I'm saying? I know several victims that are 6'5" plus. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're still victims. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where, I don't know, everything that he does, from the way that he loses in the ring to the way that he conducts it out the ring, he always looks like someone needs to put an arm around him.
Yeah, facts.
You would fit, and I'm not comparing AJ to Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson literally didn't have a dad. Do you know what I'm saying? We know AJ has a dad. AJ's dad is like around, like he's active,
yeah,
he's visual,
present,
you see he's present. That's what I was looking for, thank you. This nigga is present, do you know what I'm saying? But he just moves like this. I don't know, some people just always want to put an arm around him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's not, with Tyson, it was like for a commercial value, it was like, I can extract some peace from this guy. With Usyk, it's just like you say, it's just peace.
I could never see Usyk training Fury.
No. I could never see Fury going and accepting a training invite from Usyk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be seen as disrespectful.
Exactly, yeah. But he's accepted it. I just think that's a bit of a facile thing to me, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as we disrespect Dylan White and he's just become a meme in life, yeah, can you see Dylan White going and saying, you know what, I'm going to go get coached by Moses Itauma?
No.
It ain't happening, fam.
But to be fair, Usyk didn't do to AJ what Moses Itauma did. Nah, this is outrageous. What is this comparison?
But I'm just saying, fam.
Usyk's like known as like this generation's GOAT, and Moses Itauma is a young whippersnapper. That's not the same thing.
I'm just saying.
That's like Ronaldo getting trained by Saka or something.
There's a level. I'm not talking about the individual. I'm just saying, once you lose to a man, bro, you can't like. I'm not gonna beg friend you so you can coach me, bro. That's a little bit of a
training with someone or being coached by someone that you've lost to is not. Wilder did it. No, Malik Scott started training Wilder after Wilder beat him in suspicious circle. Let's not talk about that. I got that K Abdo money.
You know, like that.
You know what I'm saying? He would have. Let's just say he would have made less money if he won. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But yeah, like that. We see that. We have seen that. Do you know what I mean? And we've seen rekindlings of relationships.
No, but bro, this is a bit sad, fam. Do you not think it's sad, bro? I think it's sad, fam. I think it's sad. It was a sad sight, bro. I'm just seeing.
Did Hay not train Chisora for a bit?
Yeah.
So we've seen this
but
before.
Hayes wasn't an active fighter, bro. This guy's still
but
fighting.
I'm saying something about AJ just looks like a sad puppy dog, bro. Because when it was Chisora, it didn't look sad. I know that.
No, because Hay will still get hit. Chisora will punch Hay up. Chisora will bruck Hay up, bro.
Outside the ring.
No, but at that time, Hay will get bruck up by Chisora. Hay wasn't fighting when he was coaching Chisora. He had retired like 10 years, fam. 6 years or 5, however many years.
Yeah.
And he was on the slide. Usyk is still the top of your game, fam. Like, you got this, bro. You're not in the same division.
We said it's like Tio going to get trained by Shakur.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad, fam. It
can
is
see
so.
that, though.
Well, that's an idiot.
I can see it. If anybody else, if that's what's going to happen anywhere else in world boxing, it would be Tio going to Shakur's gym. I can see because he's just
Bro.
he's so erratic. He's so all over the
Can
place.
you imagine Canelo getting trained by Crawford? That's just mad, fam.
It's
This is
impossible.
mad, fam. You
I can't imagine a Canelo in Ohio. Period.
But my point is, like, bro, but you just don't do that. Why would you not imagine Fury doing it? Why would Fury not do it? Because Fury knows he's not little manning himself like that.
But I think
bro.
Fury also has a group of people around him. Fury's got a set culture. Fury represents a certain culture of people.
So what does AJ represent?
But I'm saying if you look at the brothers, these are obviously the two men that passed away, rest in peace, but like they're not Nigerian. AJ's friendship group is a lot more eclectic. He doesn't just represent Nigeria. Like Dillian might walk in with an entourage of all Jamaicans.
Yeah, but this is about me. This is about
I hear you,
me,
but I'm saying if you're not, where is your you-ness attached to? Like some man, their essence of them, Dillian, everyone knows from South. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a South man. It comes up in regular conversation.
Yeah.
The fact that he's Jamaican comes up in regular conversation. The fact that Chisora came here from Zimbabwe comes up in regular conversation. I feel like AJ's not really like that. AJ's not wed to a certain place.
I just feel like
Morecambe Football Club was going to go under, and people were saying, "Where's Tyson Fury? Why is he not helping?" Because he represents Morecambe. He's so Morecambe that the expectation is that you're going to help out. Where's AJ wed to?
I
really?
feel like
You know what I'm saying?
AJ
Watford, man that nearly went to jail.
I feel like AJ is a guy who genuinely doesn't. He wasn't made to be a heavyweight boxer, bro.
He was made to be a heavyweight boxer. He was never made to be a heavyweight champion. Just if he had the career, like we said before, AJ is the biggest overachiever in world boxing in terms of money he's made to his talent
and accomplishments.
If he had just had a career like a Chisora and just not actually been a star and not been 15% body fat, it would have been perfect.
You know who he actually could have been like?
David Price.
No, what's my man's name? My brethren. Dan Aziz. He could have, in terms of who he is as a character, do you know what I'm saying? He's got a very Dan Aziz type character. He's a nice guy, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not as a heavyweight champion.
I've heard other things about Dan Aziz, but that's okay.
I haven't heard that.
Fair enough.
As a heavyweight champion, he's not like, you automatically...
That's David Price.
Yeah, but David Price ain't black, so it's different. White guys can be like that, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, though. See, you're attaching David Price, the boxer, to David Price, an identity.
Like, Usyk's a nice guy, but Usyk's not black, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? You can get away with that as a white man. As a black heavyweight champion, bro, that it comes with a certain... Because of the legacy. And the truth is
it about race or is it about knockouts? Because Usyk was not built as being a knockout star. He was built as being a technician. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but we're talking about...
Tank is built as a knockout star. Tank is known as a knockout star.
We're talking about why we feel sorry for this guy and why we feel pity for this guy.
A lot of people won't.
It was pitiful the way he was with Usyk, bro. It's
No,
pitiful,
I hear you. I do hear. I told you. He's got sad puppy dog eyes.
That's what I'm like. He's a guy who people just... You know, a guy where you just can't really hate. You can't really hate AJ. Do you know what
People
I'm saying?
hate him though. He's got haters though. He does.
I don't know.
Maybe
bro.
mostly Americans and white English.
Maybe Americans who hate Deontay Wilder, innit?
Yeah.
Like even Wilder, yeah. Wilder's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Like Wilder ain't training with Usyk, bro. Wilder ain't doing that. Wilder ain't gonna train with Fury. Wilder ain't gonna train with Parker because even though he
probably get lost on the way to the gym.
Even though he's lost to these man, he probably still sees man as his enemy. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ don't see that.
I think it comes down to self-awareness. Wilder knows a lot of his boxing utility comes in his ability to intimidate and his ability to impose himself. AJ doesn't know that. AJ has spent a large amount of his professional career
identity crisis
trying to maneuver away from being the knockout star that made him a star and trying to maneuver into this slick boxer. Do you know what I'm saying? When that was after the Ruiz loss, he boxed. Then he fought Franklin, he boxed. Even when he beat Hellenius, he was beating him up, but didn't go for the kill for a really long time.
Not Ngannou out though.
He did knock Ngannou out. I think there was a level of disrespect there. But once he feels, if there's needle, he can go for it. We might see AJ knock out Dillian Whyte because there's real, genuine needle. But Wilder understands that Wilder knows how technically limited he is. So he knows my only resolve to win a boxing match is to knock a man out.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tippy-tappy with a man, bro. Because I can't do what you man do. I'm just good. But AJ doesn't know his own limitations. Do you know what I mean? He's a man that looks like, I think he will feel like if he'd started boxing a little bit earlier, he could maybe do some of the stuff Usyk does. He'll feel that in his mind. He can't, but he will feel that way. Do you know what I'm saying?
I remember, just before we move on to the next topic, I remember Bivol was on Box Raw.
Yeah.
And on Box Raw, they were saying to him, like, sorry, on Box Raw, this guy was, what's it called? This guy was boxing on the pads and on the heavy bag. And he was asking Bivol, how does he do it? And he's like, bro, you haven't been doing it from a child.
I've seen that clip. Yeah, I've seen that clip.
So you won't. There's no point you trying to.
He said,
do
it's so hard to do. And he's like, you
ain't been doing it from a kid.
Yeah. He said, you think you can learn now?
It's like it's the same thing with AJ, bro. You've had a whole entire heavyweight boxing career where you fought a certain style.
Yeah.
You go into maybe you might help him in terms of his conditioning potentially. I don't know.
I think for AJ's issues rarely been conditioning.
I mean, some people said he had gas tank problems in certain parts of his career. I don't think it's been a recent thing, though.
Fair enough. But yeah, it was, I agree, it did look a bit sad.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we giving him any allowances for the accident? Or
nah, bro.
Kind of just getting...
For any allowances that I would have given him is gone, because I just wanted him to retire. Do you know what I'm saying? Walk away from the game, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You're fighting for your own pride now, so if you're fighting for your own pride, I ain't got no sympathy
for
you,
you see
bro.
George Groves or the Cobra... George Groves especially is a man that seems very at peace with his retirement. George Groves is not a pussy in his career, but he can act. He can be quite kind of chill because he walked away from the sport. He did. I mean, he
just got to know when to call it a day.
He just knew when to call it a day, and that's what it was. Have you seen all this stuff with Tyson Fury and his dad?
Yeah, I've seen everything.
Tell me, talk to me about it. Sorry,
he went on the Daily Mail. This nigga is just eating, fam. Are you done?
Do you normally eat on the podcast?
I know, but you're just raking bare raffling, fam.
What Daily Mail? It was that Spencer Oliver channel, or was that backed by the Daily Mail?
Yeah, it was the Daily Mail.
Okay.
But Spencer Oliver was on there, but it was a Daily Mail. That white girl, innit? That white.
I don't know who she is.
She's some boxing presenter. She's all right, in terms of. I don't mean all right like that, but she's all right in terms of like she's. The presenter, innit? She's not a boxing fan, but she's in the game, innit? They were asking him questions, and to be honest with you, I felt like some people were saying that the presenter Spencer Oliver and the girl were antagonizing the situation. I didn't think that was the case at all. I thought
the opposite.
I think John Fury went on that podcast
specifically
with that purpose to say, you know what, this is a tell-all, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was almost like they were caught off guard when he was saying all the shit that he was saying. Because from the outside looking in, even when Fury could have bashed his dad and berated his dad for all of the foolishness his dad's done, he's
very
never done
recently as well.
Yeah, he's never done that. And John Fury's never really said anything negatively about Tyson. But in this interview, he was saying how Tyson Fury's past his best, while the Wilder fights took a lot out of him. The Makhmudov fight is a risk that he doesn't need to take. He was saying that he's letting these guys run his career, and he's just trying to get him to walk away, and he's very disappointed in this. He feels disrespected by the way his sons treated him. Firstly, I'm going to tell you, some of the things he said is true. Do I think the Wilder fights took a lot out of him? 100%. I felt the Wilder fights took a large... It's going to take a lot out of anyone. The second thing that I think is true is I feel like Fury doesn't respect his dad. I don't feel like Fury respects his dad. But I feel like Fury's right not to respect his dad. And this is a prime example of why I don't respect you. Mm-hmm. But the parts where I don't agree with is when he's saying that the Makhmudov fight's a risk. I don't think that's the case at all. And where he said he's past his best, obviously I agree with that as well.
What do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Bro, I don't know.
You're analysing this. Your analysis, I would agree with. Everything that you said that John was right about, yeah. Everything you said John Fury was wrong about, yeah. To me, this is just At Home with the Furies season 2 coming to Netflix.
It's funny you said that.
At Home with the Furies season 2 is coming to Netflix. You might have seen, this is a guy who's past his best. He's looking for commercials. To be fair to Fury, I do think if there's an opportunity to go and fight for world titles again, he will. AJ probably won't. But this is promo.
I was going to ask you, do you think it's Tyson Fury putting his dad up to it?
I don't necessarily. No, they're so similar. He wouldn't need to.
But do you think Tyson Fury likes this?
Yes.
Seriously?
I think that Tyson Fury and his people. We spoke about Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And how Jake Paul's. What's sick about what Jake Paul's built for himself is he can go into a boxing ring, get his jaw broke up, and come out the
turn
victor.
it into a win.
We can't do that, but he can.
Yeah. These
men can turn anything into a win. Anything at all. They've got a reality TV show coming out where they're all looking at Tyson. And, Tyson's kind of, in my opinion, lots of English people I know find him really entertaining. He's a bit of a one-dimensional character to me. So once I don't know that I need multiple seasons of seeing Tyson Fury do what he's going to do. Because I kind of know what he's going to do. But if we can shift the storyline to the relationship with the dad and blah, blah, this is season 2 material.
I was looking at it slightly different. Because one of the things I did take away was he was saying that the Makhmudov fight is a risky fight. And a lot of people who don't know Makhmudov will now be thinking, right, let me watch this fight to see if Tyson
That's why
Fury...
it's promo.
So that, I did see the angle in that. And obviously, Tyson Fury winning this fight, it now makes the fight seem so much better. I also thought to myself, how much of this is them looking at what happened with Eubank?
That's what I was about to say. That's why I said it's promo. It's all promo. It's going to be the same thing. That's what I'm saying. They've seen what's happened with Eubank. They've seen the coming out of the door moment. They've seen all these. Do you know what I mean? They've seen these things. And that'll be a moment they'll just try to recreate. Now, whether they recreate that in the Makhmudov fight, that might be too obvious. But I lay you good money right now that I'd never watched Keep at Home with the Furies or whatever it's called. I never watched it. But I'd lay you £50 bet right now that in season 2, him and his dad rekindle, and that's some emotional end of the season type thing. I bet you money. Do you know what I'm saying?
For me,
these men are so boring and predictable. They're actually so boring and predictable. I actually don't know why people watch reality TV. I regularly say to people, like I say to Alison, that there's no reason to watch reality TV because real life is way more dramatic.
The thing what I found interesting with this is the fact that I don't know. He can do this now because the Makhmudov fight is so easy. But I just feel like with John Fury though, why would you say that about your son?
And you're coming out saying I've never got a penny from him.
That's probably a lie.
That's definitely a lie. So whether you got a penny from him directly or indirectly, if I'm famous, do you know what I mean, and you're famous for being my dad, you have got money from me. Whether it's come from my account or not, it's come from somebody's account. The only reason they're here doing an interview with you is because of me. And as a man, that can be difficult to accept. That's very difficult to accept. You know what I mean? We see Aisha Curry struggle to accept it, that the only reason you're famous is because of your husband. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's difficult for her. She's on podcasts every week. Do you know what I mean? And she's just an embarrassment to life, but that's a separate conversation.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Part of this might be manufactured, but part of it I do feel like is a case of, like, if I'm Fury and I'm watching it, I'm thinking, raw, like, why is my dad actually saying all of this shit?
But you know what it is, yeah? You see reality TV, you see them TV shows, yeah? Do you know what genre they're called?
No.
They're called constructed reality. So it's not so fake that it's a complete TV show, but it's fake enough that it's constructed. Does that make sense? So if me and you were on a reality show...
So you think John Fury would have told Tyson Fury...
No, you're not listening. This is what I'm saying. You're jumping in too early for no reason. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's say me and you are going to go raving and your ex-girlfriend happens to be at the club. Do you know what I'm saying? We haven't prearranged that she's at the club, but the producers of the show have prearranged that she's going to be at the club. Do you know what I'm saying? To force us into an awkward situation where then one of us bangs out, whatever. That's what these men are doing. I don't think they sat down and discussed, okay, you go on the show. It's not scripted like that, like a TV show is scripted. Do you know what I'm saying? Wherefore art thou, Romeo? It's not like that. But it's definitely, okay, this is the general vague pattern. I don't know exactly what you're going to say, but you're going to do something bombastic to get the media's attention. And that thing is going to break our relationship. And then later on, but it's not going to be so bad that our relationship's irreparable. I don't know. You trust these men.
It's not that. It's not that.
No, you do. Well, it is that because you trust them.
No, it's not that.
Do you trust that this is real?
Do I trust that this is real?
Yeah.
I feel like there's an element of realness to it.
So you trust them?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's in my mind, I feel like Tyson, do I feel John Fury No, I definitely believe it. Because I believe John...
Okay, so now we trust them.
No, let me tell you why.
Tell me.
Because I genuinely believe everything John Fury's saying, John Fury believes.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel like John Fury believes that he's been disrespected.
That can still be a facet of the constructed reality, though. Because like I said, it's not scripted. It don't mean that it's fake. We could, to use the analogy, we could go into the club and see your ex-girl whining on a man, and you could genuinely get vexed. Genuinely, hand on heart, I'm vexed. What are you doing? You disrespected me. But the situation's manufactured.
But then I don't see how Tyson Fury would have manufactured. Because I don't see where Tyson Fury has any role to play in what's happened so far.
How so?
What has Tyson Fury done to, let's not say manufacture, but what has Tyson Fury done to contribute to this friction? Because he hasn't done anything.
Correct. So it's fake.
No, but you're not understanding. If for it to be fake in Tyson Fury's benefit, Tyson Fury would have to do something to contribute to this. If you're saying he never had a conversation with his dad about this, then how John...
What are you asking me? How are they going to monetize this?
No. How is John Fury just done this on a whim without conversating with Tyson Fury?
No, I just said I think that there could be a prearranged plan that you're going to do something that... This isn't about boxing. This is about reality TV. That's my position. So
what, Tyson Fury said this to his dad?
I don't know. I'm not a reality TV star.
I don't know.
I just know. All I know is how reality TV shows work. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And I know that they're going to have a season 2 coming. And I would lay you good money that this is going to be partly the season 2. Because they're not big reality stars, right? They have to weave some of the boxing stuff in to keep their name relevant, or it's just not interested anymore. So there's going to have to be some of the boxing stuff in there.
First,
to me, it's just calculated.
I don't
trust anything that they do to not be calculated.
I agree, but I also don't feel like if they're gonna go down a certain angle, I genuinely feel like Tyson Fury and John Fury genuinely have a relationship where there's friction.
I agree, and I think they're using that. I think that some of the friction is genuine, but I think that they are using the friction, the real tangible friction, to build a storyline for a reality show.
Maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what people regularly do.
Yeah.
When you see the HBO behind the scenes of Floyd and his dad, they have real, genuine friction.
But
there is a level of friction there.
But why would you do that?
Because his son's coming off the bat. His son hasn't won a professional fight for 4 years. And it needs them. Do you know what I mean? They're coming into cash out time. This is cash out time. Do you know what I mean? Makhmudov is when was the last time Tyson Fury fought someone the level of Makhmudov? In the Wilder build-up?
Yeah, probably.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say Chisora, but...
Chisora's 2 levels above fucking... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chisora's fought Fury. Who's Makhmudov fought? Vianello and Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's a fairly low-level guy. Do you know what I mean? But we're going to use him and pretend that he's like not a low-level guy so we can sell it.
that I believe is
it needs to be sold. But I'm saying that normally Tyson Fury sells fights because he's Tyson. This needs to be sold. He's not won a fight in 4 years.
No, that I believe. But I just don't believe that I don't know.
I think it's an unspoken thing. I think if you're around people like this, I know people that's been on Love Island, I know people that's been on certain other TV shows. I don't think you have to outline the script in this much detail.
No, but I do feel like Tyson Fury would have to have some form of conversation or contribution to this. And
you think what? He's above that?
No, I just don't feel like he's done it. I don't think if Tyson Fury is going to do it, I don't think Tyson Fury would do it in this way.
How would you think he would do it?
I don't know.
We got the Tyson Fury whisperer over here.
I don't know.
Now you can talk to drug addicted crackheads.
No, but obviously, yeah, I don't feel like it looks good when your dad comes out and just talks all this shit about you, bro.
It doesn't look good.
Exactly.
But that's part of the storyline. What are you not getting about this?
I know, but bro, you could. Cool.
How else? The point of the story, there has to be some ups and downs in the
story. Tyson Fury and his dad have always had a certain relationship where I don't know, bro. I could be wrong. I could just be. I could just misunderstand the situation. For me, Tyson, father and son relationships, specifically in the likes of Tyson Fury and John Fury. Mm-hmm. Tyson Fury has always sided off his dad. He's always
sided with his dad.
No, sided him off. You can be here, but you're just a side man here. He's never really rated his dad. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the one time where I'm like, it's a bit too late to
as a
play off
heavyweight
this.
as a heavyweight champion. His dad's not been his trainer or main coach for many years.
Exactly.
So when you say he sided him off, how?
Bro, for one, you made him in the
What dads do we know that are not trainers that are not sided off? You can say this about anybody.
No, nah, bro. Let me give you why it's different.
Okay.
You got Peter Fury and their other brother Fury.
Yeah.
And
Tommy.
No, they got a Peter Fury.
Yeah.
John Fury, and they have another Fury.
Oh, right, they got a third brother.
Who used to be Tyson Fury's boxing coach. Why would I put Peter Fury as my head coach and then you sided off as my
Because Peter's a better coach.
Okay, cool. So you sided him off.
Yeah, but
all right, cool.
Okay.
Then we fast forward. You're in the corner again, but Sugar Hill's my main coach. You're just sided off again. That's not happening. Look,
I'm a world champion,
bro. So is flipping Devin Haney, bro. So is Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia. So is.
But you're naming people that are considered top coach. Not necessarily Devin's dad, but Devin's dad's not his main coach.
Yeah, but he's not. When you look, there's not a thing in Devin Haney's career or Danny Garcia's career.
Let me explain. I don't think if you are actually a disruption, you're not the head coach because you're literally not good enough to be the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You're good enough to be a coach, but you're not good enough to be the head coach. Do you know what I'm saying? We see this with Floyd and his dad. I'm a world champion. I'm not just some contender. I'm a world champion. Yeah, I'm not Chris Billam-Smith or someone. Chris Billam-Smith's ex-world champion. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm a heavyweight world champion. I need the best of the best of the best. And you were going to come in and consistently make things about you. Yeah, that's going to give me some friction.
Cool.
Your headbutt.
I'm not saying he's wrong for siding him off, but he said, if I'm John Fury, I've always seen this my entire time as Tyson Fury's dad. So why now am I coming out to say it? And let's say you've always felt like this, yeah? Mm-hmm. This time, Tyson Fury's literally axed you from it completely. Now you've decided to do a tell-all.
Got you.
That sounds like a real thing. That doesn't sound like a fake thing. That doesn't sound like a manufactured thing. That sounds real.
It does sound real, but it sounds like the type of real thing that would very much be part of a manufactured thing. That would be part of a reality show for these man.
Potentially, bro. I can definitely see.
You know what a false flag operation is?
No.
A false flag operation is where I want to blame. Let's say there was some suspicious government out there that we didn't trust. You know what I'm saying? And let's say a plane flew into some famous tower block somewhere, for example, yeah? And let's say that the country that we didn't trust was behind it, but the country that we didn't trust made the world think that it was somebody else for their own benefit. That's called a false flag operation.
Okay, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? These people don't have to sit in a room and discuss this.
Yeah.
It's an inherently known thing. I'm going to do something. You're going to do something else to turn this to your advantage. And then when you react, I'm going to turn this to my advantage. And it's a known thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get
that's what I'm saying.
I get that.
That's what I'm saying. It's orchestrated. Them man are like the...
I mean, I definitely see how this benefits John Fury, and I definitely see how it could benefit Tyson Fury. I definitely see the benefits.
The point of the whole jeopardy of the social media and reality TV thing is that you can't see how it's going to... Before the Jake Paul fight, you and I knew that even if Jake Paul loses, he's going to get credit for getting knocked out.
Or he's going to turn it into a win.
Other people were like, how can you turn a loss into a win? That's ridiculous. If you lose a boxing match, you've lost. Jake Paul's probably never going to fight again. Lo and behold, he turned it into a win. So we can see the storyline coming. There has to be jeopardy. You have to see it go down in order to see it go back up. Like, my son's finished. He's fighting a really dangerous guy. You know, he's an absolute animal, blah, blah, blah.
No, but disrespecting your son as well is another thing.
What do you say is disrespectful?
Saying that he's past his best, he's shot, he was saying a few disparaging things.
Disparaging and disrespectful is not the same thing.
I felt it was disrespectful. I felt like there was a few
We can all see that he's past his best. He's fighting Makhmudov. Makhmudov's biggest boxing attribute is that Dave Allen thinks he looks scary.
I can't remember. There was a few things. I just can't remember it. But
it's all part of the jeopardy to me. It's all part of the jeopardy.
John Fury's John Fury.
It's all part of the jeopardy. I think
We
Makhmudov's in on it.
spent too long talking about this
Makhmudov's
nigga,
in on
bro.
it. Everything, bro. I'm telling you, blood. Do you know what I mean? Fury's going to be getting pieced up and John Fury's going to come and scream something like a fucking Creed movie.
Yeah, trust me.
The only way that this isn't fake or isn't part of some grander plan is if Tyson gets starched. If Tyson were to get starched, I'd call John and say, yeah, you're right. Your summer's finished. My bad. I apologize. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But there you go. Where are we up to? Yes, we're live this weekend.
Yeah.
We are live this weekend for a double header. We've got Franklin versus Itauma, or Itauma versus Franklin in Manchester, live Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, we've got Fondora versus Keith Thurman. That fight was already supposed to have happened, but it's been rearranged. But now we're going to get that fight. Should be an entertaining fight. Fondora's going to win, but
I mean, Thurman's been doing the rounds in terms of promotion.
He's loving it, didn't he? He's loving it.
But to be fair, bro,
as he should.
He's I was gonna say Thurman was made for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thurman was made for this, and it had to be because Fondora's not a great talker either. So, like, it was what I found.
Great matchmaking.
Yeah,
because he's a big name. You can actually take confidence from beating this guy. Mm-hmm. Even though you're the champion, he's got a bigger legacy than you. So you can take a lot of confidence.
He's probably got a better legacy as well.
You can take a lot of confidence from this, even though we all know he's past it. But also, he's going to help you sell this fight.
So some people are saying that Fondora could be in jeopardy. I don't think so. I do. He
could.
Huh?
It will be. He'll have hairy moments to win.
Do
you want one?
No, I can't eat stuff like that. Anyway.
Alright, cool.
I think
it won't be straightforward.
I was talking to my cousin, the one you met. He's a big boxing fan, and he thinks it's going to be a tough fight for Fondora because Thurman, for all his in activity and everything, he's still an elite boxer. Like, we can't disregard the fact that he's an elite. He was an elite
and a very
boxer.
Good fighter.
Yeah, like when he was in his prime, like what he can do, Fondora just couldn't do. Like, he was just that good. Now, obviously, it's a different weight class. The style's different, age, father time, and all of that. And in my personal opinion, I think eventually Fondora is going to wear him down and stop him. Maybe Thurman might go the distance and lose on a points decision. If Thurman won, it opens the door for big fights. I really want to talk more about what's happening after for both of them. Reason being, and I know you can see the topic after, and we'll link that in a second, but Thurman spoke about him fighting Errol Spence. I'll be honest, bro. If Thurman was to beat Fondora, or even if he was to lose in a competitive fashion, I actually wouldn't mind seeing that fight, you know.
I wouldn't mind it if he loses competitively. I wouldn't want to see it if he wins.
You wouldn't want to see it if he wins?
No.
You don't?
I don't think Errol Spence should come up to 154 and get a world title shot.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for a world title, innit?
You'd be bringing Errol Spence
Errol Spence
up. You can't do that.
You're right, you can't do that.
The fight itself is good. The fight itself on paper is good. It's just one of those fights that if Fondora loses and there's big cards to come up later in the year or early next year, the fight on its own is a good fight. The fight doesn't even have to be for a world title. It could just be a really good 154 fight with two fringe world level guys.
And two guys who in there. The reason why it's different from like a Khan and Brook thing is because if Thurman shows me that he's still got something left, and Errol Spence comes back in a gimme fight and shows me he's still got something left, then that fight, because of the two characters and personalities and fan bases, plus you got to understand, like, what Thurman's done this week, I don't know if you've seen much of it. I mean, you're going to see more in the next, but at this time it comes out, you're probably going to see the press conference weighing and all of that. Like, Thurman
I've seen him walking down the street, he was shouting this one time. Keith's an entertainer. What I like about Keith Thurman as well is he's entertaining in the ring and out of the ring.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that are entertaining outside the ring and they're going to the ring and it's boring.
I mean, he's a very skillful fighter. He does express a lot of skills. And he boxes, he fights. I mean, when he was at his best, he was one time when he was stopping guys. Obviously, he got a lot of criticism for the win against Barrios because he fought quite negative. But he still won. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was after years and years of inactivity. That's a problem with Thurman. He's been inactive for so long. So I don't even know what...
Who's he with?
PBC.
Okay.
But also, you got to bear in mind, like, his career's just been mismanaged.
Yeah.
Because he should have been a superstar.
If he was with Top Rank, it would be... If he was with Top Rank, I would so badly have wanted him to win just because it would be yet another Top Rank fighter that they haven't backed, haven't moved right.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you know what I'm saying? And another L of, like, had you gambled, because for what we say about Eddie Hearn and for all we say about Frank Warren and these guys, even Oscar, they gamble. Top Rank don't do no gambling. They do not gamble with anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? And at some point when you're building a fight, you got to gamble.
Yeah,
You know what? You got to put some money on this guy, and
Yeah,
maybe
you
he loses.
got to put money behind the
and
fight.
Top Rank don't want to. They just don't want to take no gambles.
I mean,
but he's actually a PBC, and maybe this is why. Maybe if he was black, his career would have been managed different. I don't know.
I mean, is he not mixed, Reese? Like he's half
He looks
black. He's
mixed.
half black, half something.
Got
So
this Sean Paul look.
but he's
If you call me the N-word in the street, I'd have a problem. But
he's definitely been mismanaged
for sure.
But I feel like part of that's just down to him as well. Because I remember when Keith Thurman, when I was there for Errol Spence versus Crawford, yeah, Keith Thurman, bro, if my cousin was there, would tell you, Keith Thurman was like, he was so entertaining that whole entire fight week. They were like, who you got? Who you got in the fight? Who you got? He's like, I got next. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just Thurman is, bro. He's someone I just want to be back into boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to see him back. And it's a good fight that he's back in because Fondora is a great fighter. I mean, honestly, I'll go to Fondora now, which he's been very disappointed in. Obviously, he got stripped of his world title because of some mandatory thing. He was a unified world champion when he beat Tim Tszyu, and then he got stripped of. I think it was. 1 second, let me just double check. He got stripped of the WBO.
Okay.
He got stripped of the WBO, which Zayas now has. And they asked him on one of the podcasts, I can't remember what podcast it was, like, does he want to become undisputed? And he's like, bro, because of what's happened to me in the past, like, I just want big fights. I don't really care about belts.
Yeah, because I get the belt when they can strip me. And
you know what I'm saying? I don't really care about belts. And I'm like, it's funny because with all the talk at 154, you always hear people talk about Virgil and Boots. I know you're one person who definitely doesn't do this. You're one person who almost gets annoyed at when people do Virgil, Boots, Zayas, Josh Kelly, or when Barkham was there. There was so much noise, but no one ever mentioned Fondora.
Yeah.
And still to this day, no one mentions Fondora. You hear Oscar say, Boots and Virgil's the best fight in the division. Or you hear Eddie say the same thing. And it's like, what about Fondora? This guy's...
And wasn't he first?
Yeah, he was first.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
He was a unified champion. He just got stripped of one of the belts.
Yeah, he was the. Everyone else is new to the division. Do you know what I'm saying? He was the first. He was the world champion there first. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think you're supposed to be looking at me first. Do you know what I mean? Man can't just come into 175 and ignore people.
And he said that he's like all of the actions happening like elsewhere, and part of that's because PBC's just lost the stronghold in boxing right now.
Is he with PBC as well?
Yeah. Which a lot of these guys who are with PBC, they're struggling to. I mean, shout out to The Zone because The Zone just signed an extension with Golden Boy as well. They're just
Top Rank
colonizing the boxing world. I'm hoping they can do something with PBC because for me, bro,
it's not gonna happen.
It probably won't.
It's not gonna happen.
It probably won't. But
our thing of building fights is that your fighters can't fight him. Your guys can't fight my guys.
I'll keep shit in house.
Yeah, that's his whole business model. Him signing with the Zone wouldn't make any sense. If he signed with the Zone and the Tanks and the Keith Thurmans and these guys,
Benavidez,
Benavidez is different, but like because Benavidez he can go do deals elsewhere.
Yeah.
If Keith Thurman sees what some of these other men are getting paid,
no, but Al Heyman actually pays guys well.
He does and he doesn't. He does, but they don't get enough fights.
That's what I was going to say. He pays.
So then you're not getting paid.
Yeah,
if me and you both get paid £100 a day, but I get paid 3 days a week and you get paid one, I make triple what you make.
Yeah.
So
facts.
to go in, if Eddie, the thing is with Al Heyman, he wants to ring fence things.
Yeah, facts.
He doesn't want
thing.
Keith Thurman, even, you know what I mean? Ironically, the colonizers should have taken a page out of his book. Because he didn't even want Keith Thurman sitting in the same room as Eddie Hearn.
Facts.
I'm not going to let you talk to my fighter, have a conversation with my fighter. For what?
I think when you look at the likes of Thurman and Fondora, and as you said, Benavidez, those three guys, I think though, maybe not so much Thurman, but Fondora and Benavidez are two guys who I feel like could potentially do deals and have fights with other people, maybe on a ring card. Like, look,
which Benavidez talking about? David?
Yeah, because Benavidez is doing
he's going to fight Zerdo.
He's going to fight Zerdo on a Golden Boy show. And I think you could easily see that happening with Fondora, maybe not so much Thurman, but I feel like with the black fighters that he's always had and kind of kept in house, he's always done it from a place of, well, I'm going to look after you outside of the ring. Hence the reason why the Charlo brothers, but these guys don't have to fight because he's made so much good decisions for them outside of the ring. That these men are living.
Tunde and Anthony Ardish.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? These men are living millionaire lifestyles because of what he's done outside of the ring.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing where I'm like, I feel like with Fondora, he's got such a disdain for the way he's been treated that it could almost be a case of, you know what, Bundy's, man. I will stay with Al Heyman then. Because Al Heyman does recognize me. And I feel like if I'm a Eddie Hearn, if I'm a Oscar, I'm using this to my advantage. I'm like, nah, bro, I do want to work with you, because with them just isolating him away, Al Heyman can say, see, look, these men don't even rate you. These men don't even say your name.
Yeah.
So do you know what I'm saying? He can easily keep...
The problem is that he doesn't have a big commercial value or following.
Who?
Fondora. So he could easily be forgotten about.
Yes, but what does Al Heyman do? As you said, good matchmaking. I'll put you in there with Thurman. I'll put you in there with faded Errol Spence. Do you know what I'm saying? Those fights are...
Keep your name alive, yeah.
You'll keep your name relevant. Maybe there's only 2 or 3 fights that can really keep your name...
There's enough... we'll run out at some point, but he's still kind of young.
I mean,
but
he
there's
can
enough
maybe
jeopardy.
say, well, all right, cool. Maybe we'll throw a Jamel Charlo out of...
Yeah,
Charlo.
Yeah.
And those guys, let's be honest.
Let's be
Thurman,
real, yeah.
Errol Spence and Charlo are bigger than Boots and Virgil. In terms of what...
This is what I'm saying. Like, that will be the biggest kind of overhype of a fighter.
Yeah, facts.
So where he might go and lose to a Virgil or Boots. People go, God, how did I see? I never saw this.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know this nigga beat? This guy beat 3 old fighters
Yeah,
over the hill.
facts.
Really good names, but 3 clear, similar to what
fighters
when
who will
Dubois.
sell a fight. Fighters who will sell a fight.
Yeah.
To talk the shit like what Thurman's doing or what Charlo would do.
Yeah, just
you
to
know
lose.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is, you can clearly see that someone has spoken to Fondora, because when he spoke, he's like, I don't really care about the belts. But I had the belt, they stripped me.
But that means that would mean Al Heyman sacrificing 3 of his not pawns, but
these
3
men
of
ain't
his
doing
bishops.
nothing anyway, bro.
Yeah.
What's the last one? When is it? If I'd rather sacrifice Errol Spence right now. What's he made doing for me? He's not doing anything for me.
But even with all that, I don't know how much money Fondora made. He's gonna have to recoup that money back.
Cool.
Maybe he has to recoup it in a mega fight.
But here's the thing. If I go and put on a pay-per-view with, if he beats
if it goes on that run that we said,
yeah, and let's say he beats Thurman on the weekend, he can potentially go in a pay-per-view with Errol Spence. Let's say Errol Spence has a gimme comeback, just a gimme comeback, an easy comeback, and then cool, Fondora, world title fight, boom. Then Charlo, bro, I can then go, yeah, we'll negotiate with you with Boots, but this is the terms that we want. I want 15 million for that fight or 10 million for that fight.
You want to just make sure that Boots don't pick up multiple belts though.
Well, that's the next.
That's the thing. Next topic is about Boots versus Zayas, which apparently is close.
Yeah,
which should be a really good fight.
Eddie Hearn said that they've offered him. Their talks have begun, and obviously,
I told you it weren't going to be Josh Kelly.
Yeah,
I told you. Shayna says, "Yo, he might make Boots." What? You think this guy's putting 2 of his world champions against each other? Hell no.
Boots ain't a world champion yet.
True, but 2 of his bigger names.
Bigger names.
Hell no.
Apparently, it's like a 12 million purse for the flipping Zayas fight, which I don't know how they're garnering that kind of money. That
You
fight.
said that's low or high?
That's high, bro. 12 million for Zayas, bro. That's a lot of money, bro.
Boots is a borderline star, though.
Well, you're trying to make him into a star.
Yeah.
I think what it is Boots is probably going to get a really low pay in this fight because Zayas has got 2 belts. The moment I win this fight,
it's over.
When I go to the Virgil fight, bro, you can't chat. You got to chat to me.
Virgil? This nigga's in jail. He's been tanked. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, did you see the Golden Boy post?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Bro, yeah, man told him without telling. This is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, facts.
Remember I told you about the Tyson Fury thing? Man ain't got to say. You focus a lot on what people say. That's what I'm learning about you. I learned this about you recently. You focus endlessly on what people say. God forbid you fall in love with a woman. Don't listen to what they say. Look at what they're doing. He didn't have to tell you that you're not involved. Yeah. I signed a deal with DAZN. You are not involved. And you never had to tell him that. You're just not even on the poster.
You're not even on the... Man put prospects on the poster.
Yeah,
fam.
like if I post on OnlyFacts Sports, like me and all my guys, me, Ricky, Chris, Cameron, no shame. They X there, rants there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go back to work tomorrow, big. Like, you know what I mean? It's done. Like,
that is so peak, fam.
Yeah.
That is peak, fam. I saw that picture. If you guys don't know, there's a post where they're announcing Golden Boy and DAZN have
signed an extension.
Signed an extension. And in the post, there's no Virgil Ortiz in the picture.
Yes,
bro.
all the
It's
fighters.
all the
Golden Boy fighters.
And even some prospects are in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that is peak. Virgil's arguably one of your biggest fights.
Yeah. He's top 2 or 3 fighters.
Yeah,
literally. I think some of those prospects wouldn't have even been in there.
Yeah,
I think he's put them in there to deliberately piss off Virgil.
And it's Oscar. Oscar's a troll, fam. Oscar is a flipping troll.
He gets
bro.
the social media thing.
Yeah,
he
trust me.
100% gets it.
So, yeah, the Zayas fight's a big fight. It's a good fight. It's a great fight for boxing. I think Boots wins, but...
It's very brave from Zayas. You know, you're saying 12 million's a lot. I hope he's getting paid well because he's just unified.
Yeah.
And the first fight is Boots. Do you know what I'm saying? I respect for Zayas because who else is doing that at 154?
Facts.
Who else doing that in the world? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's probably what's taking the announcement so long. He's making sure he's getting paid comfy.
100%.
And if I'm Eddie, I'm doing that because I'll put up any money.
Oh no! Once Boots gets these titles, we're making his money back.
We're making his
if
money
we put
back.
up 12 mil, and let's say Zayas gets 7.5, Boots gets 3.5, 4.5, whatever it is, we're making that money back.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I mean? And Eddie really believes, and Eddie's going to say to Boots, listen, on this fight, I'm losing millions of dollars on you. Do you know what I mean?
But he just signed a new deal, so he's got 4 fights.
Yeah, but I'm doing that because I believe in you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you said about Al Heyman, how he treats his fighters. No, I'm invested in you. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no other promoter in America.
It's fucked if Zayas wins, though.
Oh my. Do not announce what's next for Boots. Don't announce anything for Boots. Nothing.
No, but you know why it's mad? You know why it's easy? Because what does he do after that? Kelly versus Boots, then that's a unification.
For three of the four. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
even
this is why Oscar's
even if Kelly wins, whether Kelly wins or Boots wins, there's still Zayas there. There's just because Kelly wouldn't. I was just saying if Kelly wins because Kelly wouldn't have fought Zayas. But then you still got. If Boots wins, Barkram is still there. If Kelly were to win, Zayas is still there. There's still good. Do you know what I mean? There's still good fights. But this is what I'm saying. Fondora could get frozen out. Yeah,
but here's the thing. I don't think Fondora only gets frozen out if Zayas wins. Fondora don't get frozen out if Boots wins. Boots sees Fondora and thinks, I want to become undisputed. You got to bear in mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Boots comes from... Remember, Boots has come from the same crop as Devin, Shakur...
Boots' goal is to be undisputed champion.
Facts.
Whereas you're saying like an Anthony Yard and to a certain degree, maybe even like a Josh Kelly, respectfully, their goal... Their goal is to be world champion.
Yeah.
And now they've reached it, they're not
Everything
looking at...
else is a bonus from this point.
But we know... Kelly ain't never going to 160 and trying to win world titles.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's not what's happening. Do you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I want to see Zayas versus Boots. I mean, these are the type of fights where...
Is Tio meant to be moving up as well?
No, Tio's moving to 47 to fight, right? Isn't
it?
But these are the fights where, as we get closer to the time, we probably go into more of a technical, this way, and the Rick Nick goes into, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, as it currently stands, it's a great fight, and hopefully, obviously, Zayas gets well paid because he's gonna need it. He's gonna need that paper, fam, because there's no.
It's a jump though.
There's no upside for him.
My only concern, maybe not, but I guess the upside is it's an Isaac Chamberlain thing, isn't it? It's a Canelo, not Isaac Chamberlain. It's a Canelo Mayweather thing. Let me catch you early. Do you know what I'm saying? You've had one fight at 154.
Yeah. You
ain't really adjusted to the weight. That was like a 30-second fight.
Yeah, facts.
Maybe if I can just get you out of the way early. Where's Zayas from?
Puerto Rico. But Zayas is young. I think when you come from those countries, taking a loss doesn't really affect your brand. No. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can still kind of rebuild. And Zayas...
You can rebuild, but just getting those belts back is going to be a fucking marathon, bro.
Bruv.
Do you know what I'm saying? You'll be chasing them belts forever, bro. Like Infinity Stones.
Yeah, trust me. I was watching Barbosa, or after he won a couple weeks ago, and he was on the Ring Magazine podcast, and he was like, I just want the big names. I'm like, my nigga, you got a fucking climb. You gonna have a fucking climb to get them belts
bro. We saw you have those two big nights. One of them you won, the other one you lost. Those are
it's
your
gonna
nights,
be a climb, bro.
Yeah,
When you see the likes of Ryan Devin, Shakur,
The next time you get big names is when we're moving you out of the
Yeah,
division.
yeah, yeah.
When we're moving you out,
Yeah,
that's the
facts.
next time.
Fam.
The next time you have a Ryan or a Devin in front of you, that's when your career is coming to a close.
literally.
Do you know
That
what I'm
man,
saying?
it's just not. Trust me.
Nah, 100%. Especially 147 because it's money division.
When
It's
you
a
got
money
money
division.
in
Yeah,
there,
it's a
but
money
you got to be
division, yeah.
carrying.
You might be better off moving to 154 because he's a big 147.
facts.
You might be better off moving to 154. A little bit slimmer division. You can maybe make something happen coming in as an opponent somewhere. But
147, that's the money division, bro. Ryan Garcia will
12 mil standard.
Yeah,
12 mil
yeah,
standard.
That's standard. That's little bit of money.
Yeah, it's little money.
You know what I'm saying? Rolly's like, bro, Ryan, I know for a fact, will relinquish his belt if the money ain't right. If he has to fight a mandatory for a little bit of money, he ain't doing
But
it.
also, he's with WBC. So that's just not happening anyway. Relinquish what? Where? When? When?
Yeah.
If you're the IBF belt, it's like maybe, but he's the
fact.
WBC, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just
And
what
it's
it
mad, the IBF is crocker. So it's one of those ones that the only person who's going to get strict treatment
is the one that, that's peak. Yeah, that's peak. Crocker needs to fight quick. He needs some food. He needs some plates.
He needs some plates.
He needs some plates ASAP. This Saturday, like I said, we're live. Moses Itauma versus Franklin. Last topic on the show. What are you saying?
Was there something that we were supposed to talk about? Oh yeah, we spoke about it already.
Yeah.
I ain't really got much to say, bruv. Like, I don't really, Moses Itauma, yeah, is one of the few fighters I just genuinely have no feeling towards. Because I think he's a talented fighter. Don't get me wrong.
I know. Do you know what? I'm laughing not because you're wrong. I'm laughing because I know exactly what you're saying.
I think he's a talented.
Have you ever seen Mean Girls? I'm gonna stop asking you if you've
I
seen
haven't
stuff.
watched Mean Girls.
It's one of the best films of all time. You need to watch it. It's actually so good.
I ain't watched Mean
It's
Girls.
unbelievable. How good is Mean Girls, man? It's unbelievable. It's one of the most quotable movies of all time. But anyway, there's a quote in it where there's this girl that keeps saying the word fetch. She's trying to make it like a slang word.
Yeah.
And one of the other girls said, "Stop trying to make fetch happen." That's how I feel about Moses Itauma. Stop trying to force this.
Yeah,
Stop trying to force this to happen. Like, the ratio of how much I get told that he's good versus how much I get to see that he's good is all topsy-turvy.
Nah, but I do feel like this is good matchmaking. This is amazing matchmaking.
This is good. This is good matchmaking. I hear you. But I'm just saying, from 3-4 fights ago, from Dempsey McKeon, man just been hearing just chat, just endless chat. And
the thing is, you know why I'm not entertained by Itauma? Because I genuinely believe he's gonna be a world champion. I genuinely believe
you said that before, yeah.
And I put money.
But that's more down to era than.
Fine, you keep stealing my thunder, bro. What I was gonna say was, nowadays, what does that actually mean? What does it mean? In the last 10 years? In the last 10 years, we've seen AJ a world champion, we've seen Fury a world champion, and that's a Britain. Wardley a world champion, Dubois a world champion. What does it mean? Do I feel like we just come out of, in my opinion, a really solid era of heavyweights? We're coming into another era where you could probably say Wardley's gonna.
It's reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Yeah,
but
it's not the worst.
By the time Moses Itauma reaches his peak, what does that mean?
Yeah, because if we're making the assumption that he becomes a world champion when there's no Dubois, no Wardley, or let me rephrase, no AJ. No Usyk, no Fury, and then if there is a Wardley or Dubois, like a severely washed, having damage,
let's say Dubois loses to Wardley. His career can't be the same.
Yeah.
He just took 2 back-to-back knockout losses. If Wardley does lose to Dubois and get stopped, maybe Wardley can recover. But for me, I'm like, I don't really see your career path.
The Caballeros.
Yeah, like I don't really see. So I'm on this journey and I'm going to follow the journey, but I'm not intrigued by the journey. For me, the
problem with Queensberry fighters is they gas me about how good they are. Whether this is Sam Noakes, shout out Sam Noakes, where he's got another fight. But I said to you before, the one thing I didn't want to see of him is go to another British level opponent. He's gone all the way down the pecking order. Different conversation. But the problem I have with Queensberry, same with Yard, same with Itauma, same with all these fighters. You, man, constantly tell me how good these fighters are. Tell me. Then I say, cool, he's good. He's that good. Sick. Let me see him against this guy. And he say, no, we're 3 or 4 years away from that.
No, but the reason why I was more intrigued by a by a Yard career was because I did want to see him against Boatsy. He did fight a Beterbiev. He did fight Kovalev. He fought Benavides. He wasn't an error where I could actually extract something and say, well, you are this good.
Before before he took those fights, he still never fought Boatsy, but before he took those fights and those risks, we didn't know.
I know, but
Yeah.
I was intrigued on his journey because I was going to get something out of it. I was going to know
by the
how
time
good
Yard leaves, we know where to benchmark him
Facts.
as a light heavyweight.
By the time
Itauma retires, we might never really know how
we
good
might
he is.
never know. And I feel like part of this was because I feel like they brought him out of the amateur circuit to bring him in the pro ranks. And the novelty was, can he break Mike Tyson's record? He didn't even go for it, even though he could have.
No. See, this is what I'm saying. Not only that he could have, they were building him up for that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I lose interest in Queensbury fighters.
All of that was a waste of time. You might as well have made him go to the Olympics and win an Olympic gold medal. Do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing all of this for? What are we doing fighting the Dempsey McKeans and all of that? What was all of that for?
Yeah.
Because now we're in a situation where you didn't get any more. You know when, I give you an example. You know when Floyd was fighting the likes of like Otoro, Gatti and certain guys who were slightly past their best.
fighting legends,
but
yeah.
It could also be a passing of the baton thing. You fought an old Mosley, you fought an old Oscar, you fought these guys. You're not doing that. You fought that Dylan White, but Dylan White was
But he's also never even a world champion.
Yeah, Dylan White was.
Arturo Gatti is a genuine legend of boxing.
Facts.
White ain't no heavyweight
so is
legend.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya. Do you know what I'm saying? White's not a legend.
No, he's not.
No.
So I don't know what his career. I understand the movement, and I don't think Frank Warren's done anything wrong in terms of this matchmaking against Franklin.
This matchmaking against Franklin, he hasn't, but this is making up for the mistakes he made previously. Because like you said, the problem was bringing him out of the amateurs when he could have got more experience.
He could have won an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about accomplishments. At the end of your career, bro, saying you're an Olympic
Fraser Clark's an Olympian. Whenever we talk about AJ's accomplishments, it starts with AJ's an Olympic gold medalist.
Facts.
Like that's where it started. That's your first achievement. Then when you're going into the big nights, you've had big nights. Now the Olympics is not the same as 80,000 at Wembley, but
when we're talking about
the pressure,
benchmarks,
but you've had the pressure to deliver as well. From a psychological perspective, you've gone in and you've been the guy to go and deliver. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Itauma get upset by a Dave Allen.
We might not throughout his entire career, because let's say his error is shit. We might not know how good he is because you didn't win anything in the amateurs. At least if you fought a shit error, but you know what? This guy won an Olympic gold medal. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Klitschko was in a shit era in terms of he won an Olympic gold medal. He went on a long run. For me, I'm like, bro, I just don't feel like
it's like they pulled him out of the amateurs into the pros with no plan.
No, but the plan was presented to me that he's trying to break Mike Tyson's record. When he was getting like bare first round knockouts and that, I thought, yeah, that's what he's looking to do.
Was Fury retired at that time when he came out? I want to know what happened in Queensbury's stable that made him go from we're pushing him as the guy to actually let's wheel him back.
For me, I think it's Wardley. It's when Wardley
started beating opponents, he was
and then he started getting higher ranked. Obviously,
then it was like,
Dubois had won the IBF against AJ.
Yeah.
And when Dubois beat in fact, even before that, Wardley started to fight guys, and they invested in Wardley, and he got a high ranking in the WBO because that was the governing body that they were trying to maneuver Moses Itauma in, because they didn't want him to fight Usyk. When Dubois won the world title, for me, you could have gone Moses Itauma Dubois. You're never going to do that because it's a risk. But then you had an opportunity to go, you know what? Let's maneuver Moses Itauma with the WBO, and maybe you could win a vacant like Fabio Wardley
did. Does this speak to his ambition?
No, he's young, innit? He's young. So for me, I feel like...
But he's still making the decision, though. He's made the decision to leave the amateurs and come to the pros. He's made the decision. He's allowed these Mike Tyson comparisons
But he's made a lot of money, though.
Early on, when it was Mike Tyson comparisons, he was loving it. But then when it started to come to the time where the fans were really demanding it, he seemed quite irritable. Like, but I've only had this many fights.
I agree.
But it's like, bro, why are you irritable? You sold me the fight on the basis of this.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know personally.
Because this guy,
what are people buying into now?
Because this guy is not looking at Wardley and Dubois licking his lips and saying, "Brother, I'm next. Whoever wins this fight, I'm next, baby. Let's go." Frank Warren set it up. We're both in your stable. I'm not seeing that. I'm not hearing that.
And here's the thing. I wouldn't naturally expect a person of his age to do that.
No.
However, because of what you presented to me
Yes.
initially, it's like, what are we doing here?
We're in an era of football where man don't really bust mad skills. But if I keep telling you this, Max Dowman's the new Neymar, you're expecting skills then. Otherwise, why'd I say he's the next Neymar? Where's the Neymar comparison even coming from then?
Facts. And I do feel like he can, as I said, he'll be a world champion. It don't mean nothing to me. That's why I'm saying he fights Franklin. It's a good fight matchmaking because obviously Dylan never stopped him. AJ never stopped him. If you stop him, and he should give you rounds because he's got a really good chin, good punch resilience. If he does give you rounds, you'll be able to see certain things about him. Then you go from a Franklin to a
Zhang?
Maybe a Zhang might be a bit of a risk.
Bit of a jump.
Maybe go from a Franklin to a Dave Allen. Maybe go from a Dave Allen to then.
Is Dave Allen even a level above Franklin?
Maybe in name, innit?
That's what I'm thinking. But that's what I said. I would like to see him beat Dave Allen to give me some more understanding of levels.
And then you fight like a Hrgovic.
I think it should be Franklin then Hrgovic. I said Dave Allen earlier in the show because that's where my brain went as well. But when I'm thinking about it, I don't know that Dave Allen's a step up, and I need you to be stepping up.
Yeah,
even if the fights get harder, I need you to step up. Do you know what I mean? I think Hrgovic should be a great shout. Hrgovic could be more dangerous than Zhang.
Or they just stat pad his flipping career, bruv. They just stat pad his career with bare gimme fights that they done with Wilder. And you know what I'm saying? When you got an ace in the hole like Moses Itauma, in the sense that this guy's 20, 21, whatever, however age he is, he's got at least 10 more years minimum in the sport. You got to preserve that career. So you don't really... Barring losses. So you don't really want him to be fighting guys that's going to take shit out of his career. Do you know what I'm saying? But you also got to be entertaining enough. Obviously, he's knocking man out. But him person, what am I buying into? Because if you don't have a belt and you're not fighting world champions, at some stage, man, then be like, but what are we watching this for?
But also, with him being with Queensberry, I feel like they're very fish and chips, salt and vinegar, bro. They're very English and they're very kind of dull to a certain point. And I feel like Moses Itauma has kind of an interesting story where he's like, obviously he's mixed race, he's part like Polish or Slovakian, he speaks the language. Like, man, I don't really see like many people, mixed race people speaking the language. Like he could be built character-wise a lot better than he is.
I don't think so.
I think he could be.
I feel like right now, where, as I said this so many times, we're going into another dark ages of heavyweight boxing. But one of the main reasons why we're going into a dark age of heavyweight boxing is because there's no characters outside the ring.
Yeah.
The reason why Wilder wasn't super talented.
No.
But he was flipping entertaining outside the ring.
But with the entertainment outside the ring added an extra layer to the knockouts. Because Moses Itauma can knock people out. If I'm Moses Itauma,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm sitting there scratching my head thinking, okay, Wilder knocked people out and I knocked people out. But when Wilder knocked people out, it was like he was going to call out big names.
He might be chatting.
Wilder does it now. He looked in the camera and said, Oleksandr Usyk, I accept. And then fought Chisora.
Yeah,
but he still does it now.
Let me give you an example of another thing that aided Wilder and Fury's career. When AJ came in, now people want to see you fight AJ. So
you need the right opponents. You need the right dance partner.
Even if you don't fight, even if Wilder doesn't fight AJ, I fight Ortiz, but people who are tuning in, who are AJ fans, are tuning in
to see what
because now we're our fan base versus your fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy's in a fan. There's nothing there, bro.
But that's what I'm saying about the identity thing. Like,
maybe that's why they signed Jared Anderson.
Probably, but I also feel like from an identity perspective, who is your fan base?
Fuck knows.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're mixed race, you're part Slovakian, you're part Africa. You don't really rep Slovakia. You don't really rep the black side. I don't know where the black side's from. Like,
it's gotta be Africa, bruv.
It's gotta be. Then he's gonna lose because no African man can't fight. Then you know what I mean? But then like you're from Kent, so Maidstone's got a big population. I know he's very popular there, obviously, but like you're not really. Where's your fan base? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Wilder's got the black Americans. He's got the black Americans.
He's not gonna be another. I think
he's not gonna be another AJ.
I was gonna say the days of us getting another AJ is done.
No.
We'll never get that.
But that's why you needed the Olympics. AJ came into the pros already a star.
Facts.
He already came into the pros a star, and I say this all the time. Then what Eddie did is boxed him all around the country. So if you lived in Cardiff, if you lived in London, if you lived in Manchester,
go and see
AJ's
the Olympic gold medalists.
In the first 10 fights, AJ boxed in the north, in the northeast, the northwest, in London, and all over, and in Cardiff.
All over.
Do you know what I mean? So you had the opportunity to go see this guy in action. Do you know what I'm saying? I think even Nicola Adams did something similar. So you're building a relationship. You're building a real relationship with these fans. They're with you on this journey.
Facts.
Where has he fought in? He's fought in Saudi before, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's dead. For a young fighter building your profile, that's dead.
Yeah.
Unless you're Sam Noakes fighting for a world title, then that's different because a world title shot's a world title shot. But if you're to have the opportunity to go see this guy fight, it's not going to feel the same. Even if he goes to Vegas and fights a big American fighter and knocks him out, which he probably won't because there's no big American heavyweights. But even if he did, the fans are not going to feel as connected to that. My man's got no fan base, no set identity, nothing. And unfortunately, I know you think that Britain's less racial than America, which may be true, but it's still very racial and very cultural. I feel like you need to build that fan base. And with the streaming era, a bit like Premier League football, blood, man are forgetting about the fans. Do you know what I'm saying? Local fans are the forgotten ones, blood, because it's like, cool, you go fight in America, you can go fight in Saudi and make big money in Saudi. Pay-per-views and that numbers, do you know what I mean? And man, it's gone, blood, do you know what I mean? So I hope I'm wrong, do you know what I mean? But he has world title potential, he will go on to be a world champion, but like you say, it could just be very, very flat.
Yeah.
Very, very flat. But that's it. Episode 50 in the books. Don't forget we are live this Saturday for Itauma versus Franklin. Prediction?
Come on, bro. Itauma by late stoppage.
I was going to say late stoppage.
I think it's going to be one of those ones
maybe
where
middle stoppage.
The referee waves it off too early.
It's going to be a controversial
thing.
Oh, controversial stoppage. I'm going to go middle to late. 7-8. Round 6, 7-8. Because he hits fucking hard, man. So...
But Franklin's crafty, blood. I'm saying you might get one knockdown where he takes the knee and then the ref just waves it off, kind of thing. Just to keep the knockout.
Franklin, if you're watching this, if you get knocked down and you're trying to take 8 seconds, don't take the full 8, man.
Yeah.
Do not take get up on 7. Get up on 6.5. Do you know what I mean? Because if you get up on 8, it's getting waved. It's getting waved, blood.
There, fam.
It's getting waved. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But imagine if is there any way Franklin wins? No?
No.
All right, congratulations to Moses Itauma for your win on Saturday night. And then the same night, morning. Fondora. Are you here on Saturday, by the way, for the Itauma fight?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be here slightly late because I'm working.
But
I'll be here, though. And the Fondora Thurman fight.
No, I know you'll be here for then the Fondora versus Thurman as well. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a great fight as well. 2 fights with similar kind of jeopardy, I feel like. Similar jeopardy. Like, Fondora should win. I guess Fondora Thurman's got more jeopardy. Yeah, but there's a chance that Thurman wins.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
there's zero chance that Franklin wins.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, man. See you, man, on Saturday night. Peace and love every time.